Right, hello everyone, and welcome once again to ITV White City. First of all, probably wondering, who's this person speaking to you? I'm James Eales. I am a core software engineer as part of a division called Content Supply and Distribution. We are responsible for every bit of media that goes in and out of ITV. I joined ITV as a technology graduate in September of 2020, so nearing the 3-year mark of being at ITV. Over the course of that time, I've had placements all over ITV, such as spending time with our regional news teams, helping in production in Wales, helping our scheduling teams put programmes on air, working with broadcast technology, so working on our live outside broadcasts, getting a bit of time with our cyber security teams, helping protect ITV and our streaming platforms. And then in 2022, at the beginning of 2022, I moved into a permanent role in a team we're calling Integrations and Aggregation, which is responsible for grabbing all of our data we have on all of our programs and providing it to our various partners. Now, what do we do? Now, when most people think of ITV, you probably think of us as the channel. You probably think of us as our public service broadcaster. And that is still a very important part of what we do. In figures that were released just last week as part of our half-year results, over a third of all commercial viewing, so any TV channel that has an advert, was being watched on ITV's network of channels. But we're not just a channel. We're actually a worldwide production company. We make productions with over 60 production companies in 13 different territories. We make productions for the BBC, we make productions for Netflix, Prime Video, Apple. It's not just us anymore, we make it for everyone. And, of course, one of our biggest ventures and one of our biggest launches in the last year is our new streaming service, ITVX, where you can watch all of our content in one place, as well as our live channels, on-demand, and content we've acquired. Now, when you think of us as a media company, so we've got a lot of production things, but technology is not just in behind the scenes, we're everywhere. We wouldn't be ITV as a company without the technology behind it. CS&D being a core function, our technology is responsible for getting every single bit of programming to air. So if we didn't exist, you wouldn't have your shows going to air each night, you wouldn't have your shows on your catch-up platform, you wouldn't have all the information about who was in that show, data. We are central to that pipeline. We have studios technology, we have people working behind the scenes to make sure our production companies have all the tools and materials they need to be able to provide you the productions that you want to watch, whether it be behind the scenes scripting or information about productions, to things on site like camera production or remote workflows that we've been pioneering. We are also behind a large news organisation. We have regional newsrooms across the country that we need to constantly provide and get editing tools to. We need to make sure that that content can be workflowed in, processed, and broadcast out as soon as possible. So we need to make sure that those workflows are all up to date. Obviously, one of our biggest areas is streaming now. So we have a huge streaming platform that we're operating on multiple different platforms. And obviously, you've got the nice front end, but you've got all the back end systems providing all the licenses, content, metadata, getting it provided in all the different formats we need, and group technology. Because when you've got all of those systems, you need the systems to keep things like HR, finance, paying all of our crews, making sure that people get their royalties from programs. There's a lot of areas where technology is right at the heart. And that can lead to some unique opportunities when you're a developer here. When there's a developer, there's a lot of wide-ranging opportunities, such as lightning talks. We have lightning talks in my division every month, where we can bring talks, whether about technologies that we've looked at as teams within ITV or work projects we worked outside of that might be useful or of insight. We have hack days where our teams can work on something that maybe we don't normally get time to see if we can innovate and drive our path in a different way, or a technology we haven't tried that could revolutionize our workflows. And sometimes we even have wider hackathons. We had one recently just a few weeks ago that was looking at new ways to improve ITVX, add new functionality, add features that maybe we wouldn't normally have time to concept. Maybe those could be ideas we could use in the future. And that is just some of the hacking side, but we also do things like secondments. So when you join ITV and you're in one placement, you can get the opportunity to go and spend some time in another team, or in another area, or maybe even an operations team occasionally. The flexibility is there. And we also get plenty of opportunities to go outside of ITV. So there's attendances to conferences. A number of our developers were present at the recent AWS reInvent event in London, but also at regional events as well. And there's training opportunities such as in Scala, in specific courses, or all the way into AWS or other networking courses as well. And then, because we're a media company, we do get some media-related opportunities. So we get sneak peek screenings before shows get shown to anyone else, or behind-the-scene panels, or tickets to go and see shows being recorded. We have events every month or so to bring people into the office and connect. And we even have competitions for unique opportunities and prizes too. But I think it would be remiss for me to talk about what it's like to be a person working at ITV if we didn't talk about our brilliant networks. We have 5 networks made up of mostly of employees led up by a volunteer chairing group led by a member of our senior leadership team, and they are responsible for providing a wide range of opportunities to everyone in ITV. And their influences aren't just felt inside, but also outside of ITV too. A number of their recent projects have included things such as ITV Able, our disability network, working to help empower Disability Awareness Month. They also worked with production teams as part of the Hidden Disabilities programme that was shown on air as part of Disability Awareness Month in the last year. And one of the more unique opportunities that they're working on providing at the moment is working with our in-house sign language department. We are now able to offer some BSL training, so you can take BSL training at ITV with the same people who do sign language on television. Balance have been actively working to ensure that everyone has the right work-life balance whilst they're here at ITV. They led the flexible working policy even before the pandemic came in, and now support that hybrid working as we continue on into the future. The Women's Network are constantly working on new events and run book clubs and opportunities for their members. Pride are constantly active with ITV Pride Day every year in June, along with on-screen and off-screen mentions. They're attending Leeds Pride, I think, this weekend. They attended Leeds Pride, London Pride a few weeks ago. Embrace, our ethnic minority network, have done a series of events, just finishing up events on South Asian Heritage Month. They also worked with our on-air teams for Black History Month as well. So there's a wide range of unique opportunities that are offered to everyone. Not just those who think they are part of those networks, but every single person at ITV can take advantage of these opportunities. Now, that's what I have on my slides, and this is just a small selection of what we get to do here at ITV. And I think if you talk to any of us, those of us here, I'm sure we'll be happy to share more. So with that, thank you very much.